are capable if you are not bad at the game.
Damn it, past me, making me fix your mistakes. Alright, I guess it's time. Let's talk about how to kill an amalgamate. In my previous video, I mentioned that if a monster's defense is too high, damaging them can actually cause their HP to increase every time they are hit, instead of decrease. As seen here when we try to hurt a memory heads, and here when we hack a normal monster to have Gaster's absurdly high defense stats. But there is one amalgamate that's different, one single solitary monster who actually appears to take damage when you hit her. And that is Snowdrake's mom, Crystal. I actually noticed this last year, when I accidentally warped into the True Lab during a genocide run and started, you know, doing science, as you do. And that got me wondering, why does her HP go down when you hit her, but not any of the others? And if she really is different, can she die? Opening up the code, we can see that Crystal is indeed unique, as she is the only amalgamate with a defense stat of 0, instead of something absurd like 999. This means your attacks can actually damage her, even at the lowest level, with the weakest weapon. But if that's the case, then why won't she die, no matter how many times I hit her? Well, it turns out, every time you damage her, it runs this little line of code here, setting her current HP back to her maximum HP, which is 400. So killing her should be impossible, unless you could, somehow, do 400 damage in one single attack. But that's impossible. Or, is it? Well, let's test it. My initial instinct was to just equip the strongest weapon and then need as many legendary heroes as possible. This will raise your attack stat by 4%, and since we can bring in up to 8 items, that's an extra 32 to our attack. Then, if we equip the Temi armor, that's another plus 10, and then finally, if we do all of that and get a perfect critical hit. Nope. What if I'm level 20? Nope. Dang. So that means it's impossible, right? Well, actually, this is going to sound absurd, but there is actually a weapon that's even stronger than the real knife. Sorry, Kara. It turns out your weapon is suboptimal. But what great and powerful weapon could possibly be stronger than the real knife? Why, a frying pan, of course. Confused? Me too. But apparently, this has to do with the way critical hits factor into damage. The more times you swing the weapon per round, the more chances you have to get critical hits, and thus the higher the potential damages. So in actuality, the two strongest weapons in the game are the burnt pan and the empty gun. Most speedrunners and other challenge runners prefer the burnt pan because it has the most consistent rhythm, making it easier to get critical hits. But I prefer the gun because it has the highest overall damage, and because my glitchy brain will never get the timings right anyway. What? You think I'm joking? Ha ha ha. No. No, trust me. Please, trust me. Critical hits are frame-perfect inputs. Do you know how hard it is for me to get one critical hit? Ask the unfortunate souls who were trapped in my stream for an hour. I can barely manage one, and now you want me to do 4 in a row? Impossible. Maybe if I could retry instantly, I could do it, but that would take some sort of save state mod, and oh hey look, a save state mod. Yoink. Okay, so here we go. Level 1, Temi armor, empty gun, and 8 legendary heroes. Even with save states keeping the pattern consistent and letting me retry right away, I am just comically bad at this. But maybe, if I save after I get 2 critical hits, then when I load state, I only need to get 2 more, and we'll have quads, right? Nice. Now, we just need 2 more. That's disappointing. And really close, actually. I wonder if the RNG were slightly different, if maybe it would work? Please just die. So, not on true Pacifist then, and with the release of the most recent patches, it should be impossible to encounter enemies on your way to the True Lab. But, let's say, for the sake of argument, you're playing on one of the older versions, or you found a glitch, or you just opened up your save data and changed it so you're level 2. If we had the EXP, then could we kill Snowdrake's mom? Well, we've come this far, right? So here we go again. Same setup as before, but now we're level 2, so this time for all the money. If we get quads, that is, 4 frame perfect critical hit strikes with the gun. Can we kill Crystal? Haha. Yes. Yes, we can. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Normally, if you kill an unkillable enemy, it is Erin's death sprite. But here, she actually fades away just like when you spare her. I was also surprised to discover that this line saying, "monster has low HP," doesn't appear to be the result of some default placeholder either. It's actually specifically written in the code for every single amalgamate, even though it should be completely inaccessible outside of this one very specific, very unlikely scenario. But why am I showing you all this? Are there implications? Does this reveal something about the secret inner nature of Noelle, Ralsei, Gaster, or perhaps magic itself? Nope, I'm just irritated that I can't find any footage of Snowdrake's mom dying. So, here you go. Merry Christmas, Internet.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Hyperlink Blocked.